Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the United Way for our latest big Manchester United news. It is deadline day. No, not transfer deadline day. Deadline day bid. Jim Ratcliffe versus Sheikh, Jassim. This is your breaking news show. Uh, Deadline is meant to be 8 p.m. We're here. We're getting a bit of news. Let us know in the comments who like us new owners of Manchester United. There is a poll in the chat as well. I'm not sure if you can see it. But let us know in the poll or in the comments who you would like as the new Manchester United owners, and also please like, comment, and hit that subscribe button as well. It's Friday, so hopefully it's going to be a good weekend. Hopefully the Glazers go and Manchester United can win on Sunday, because after yesterday's performance, wasn't great. But listen, the last half hour or so there was a bit of news, so I'm going to go through it fairly quick. Just Jamie Jackson, Mike Keegan, and Mike Keegan. So this true or not, I'm just gonna fill in everyone, right? So this is from Jamie Jackson. He said Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani is expected to lodge an improved third bid of less than 5 billion, which again, what I'm hearing, supposedly they've offered 6 billion. So Mike Keegan has said an improved bid for Manchester United that breaks the 5 billion mark is set to be submitted by Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani tonight. However, it remains well short of the $6 billion of pounds of the club's owners. The Glazer family are thought to be seeking. Sheikh Jassim's bid is thought to be the only one for full control of Man United. He wants 100% of the club, and his deal would buy out the Glazers and all other shareholders. The Qatari's offer is improved from his previous bid, but he will not go anywhere near £6 billion, and is determined not to grossly overpay. There are offers of investment in exchange for a partial stake from multiple groups, including US financial giants Carlyle and Elliott. So again, there's bids all left, front, and centre. We've seen a rumour about Ratcliffe's one there on Wednesday, and Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday, regarding Ratcliffe, and he had one of like the Glazers kind of sell have 20% of the club, so he buys like I think it's like 80% or something like that, and then the Glazers have the extra 20%, so they become he'll have them in as stakeholders. And to be brutally honest with you, I wouldn't have minded Jim Ratcliffe, but when you're seeing news that he wants the Glazers to still be part of it, it kind of turns you off. It really does. It kind of turns you off, and it turned me off. Like, I want someone coming in that buys the club, full control, um, not having the Glazers in the back, because Qatari, they don't want the Glazers in the background. They just want to buy the club, and they want the club for themselves. They don't want to have the Glazers on their side. They want to take control of everything. But the problem is the Qatar bid. It's not really enough, is it? It's not really enough. Like, it's not like 5 billion. Like, is supposedly what the word is. What Mike Keegan has said, but it's still not enough. It's still not enough, which is a shame, because, like, again, they don't seem to want to pay 6 billion for this club. They seem to demand, no, listen, we're going to give you less than 5 billion. I mean, listen, will that bid be 5.5 billion? Will it be 5 billion? But either way, it's not enough. And the thing is, greedy Glazers, they're not going to accept. They're not going. Listen, we knew that they were when they announced that Manchester United was put for sale. We knew that this deal, they weren't going to let the club go easy. They wanted 6 billion, and at the time I thought 6 billion. I think it's a bit too much. Like, you literally are running this club into the ground. If it wasn't for the fans, the Glazers would literally have nothing, which was meant to be a protest on Sunday before the Aston Villa game. So hopefully that goes well. I think it's meant to be a peaceful one, so hopefully it is. I don't think it'll be like the Liverpool game where we ran onto the pitch and the fans just went mental. I mean, listen, the clubs were for sale, so you could say it done some sort of positive from it, but the negative was again cancelled. But anyways, that's in the past. We are here now, and I literally have Twitter in front of me. I'm looking at Twitter. That's why I'm looking at my phone, because this is interesting. I mean, it's kind of like, I just still don't think it's enough. So I just still don't think it's enough, because as I said, greedy Glazers. And to be honest with you, I feel like they're probably looking at Ratcliffe's bid, thinking, well, he still wants his own and 20% of the club. Uh, he still wants us to have a say. We don't really want to sell the club. It's up there, but we would like to track back and not sell it. I fancy a bit of Jim Ratcliffe. That's probably what the Glazers be saying. And then they're looking at Qatar, Sheikh Jassim, who is offering 5 billion, Eddie wants 6. But what do you want? Do you still want to have a say in the club, or do they want to have money? Like, I mean, I'm sure if he comes in, they'd probably like 3 or 4 billion. Would probably be the would probably be the main thing. But as I said, I just kind of hope that the guitar bid is enough, because I don't want Jim Ratcliffe coming in, buying the club, and the Glazers still having a say. And the problem is we can't decide. We can just listen. We can decide. So I can say I want guitar, but that's not going to make a difference. It's not going to make a difference. The Glazers, I think they basically pick who buys the club. So it's either going to be Qatar or Jim Ratcliffe. I'm not saying I get a sick feeling, because Qatar could come in and buy the club. Will the Glazers have a choice? Realistically, will the Glazers have a choice? But as I said, the Glazers are they're greedy. They're greedy. And them wanting 6 billion it's to be honest with you, it is a bit ridiculous if you ask me. Like, it is ridiculous. Like as a Manchester United fan, you cherish the club, but you have to step back and say, is it worth 6 billion? Like, I mean, if you had maybe better owners and they were putting the club for sale, all right, whatever, then be like, all right, fair enough. But like, you're putting the club up for sale, 6 billion. As I said, the club is in debt. He's take dividends out of the club. He's literally don't care about the club. Oh yeah, let's just chance around here and try and get 6 billion for the club. And that again, just say for example, the Glazers, they Qatar put in their bid, and Manchester United, the Glazers say, yeah, listen, it's still not enough. We told you what we want. It's still not enough. So maybe try again. Maybe try in the fourth bid. Like, I think there's been three bids now. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm sitting here in a few weeks' time saying, here we go, fifth bid. I really, really wouldn't, because the Glazers, do you know what I mean? They're just sitting back. They're sitting back. They're waiting to see, the pressure's not on them. The pressure's on either Ratcliffe or Qatar. They don't really, they don't mind if Qatar decide, this, I'm not interested in you. They'd probably be delighted with that. Lovely. Now Ratcliffe's our only option, and he still wants us to have a say in the club. Let's bring him in. I don't care what a Manchester United fan thinks down the road. I don't care. They don't think about what we care. They do not care about Manchester United, right? They don't. They don't. American owners are the worst. And to be honest with you, I don't really want to see American owners taking over. I don't. You see, you're seeing it with Chelsea. Todd Bowley spent 600 million at his time since he took over, you could say, and Chelsea are 11th in the league. So the American owners are not all this. Yeah, they might have all the money in the world, but that doesn't mean they're going to run the club well. Bad decisions. The Glazers have made bad decisions. I say the best decision the Glazers have ever made was probably bringing in Ten Hag. That's probably the best decision they've probably ever made in their life. Obviously, they came in when Fergie was the gaffer. Then Fergie retired in 2013. And then we brought in David Moyes. And then I think we looked into I think David Moyes got sacked, so then we brought Ryan Giggs in as interim manager. And then I think Van Gaal came in. Then Mourinho. Then I think after that it was Ollie. Then Ralph Rangnick, as in obviously Michael Carrick was interim during that little part as well. Then Ralph Rangnick, and then Ten Hag. So you know what I mean. Hopefully we don't stay here and say Ten Hag, and then Ten Hag. So because the Glazers just they don't know how to run a club. Like again, Chelsea, Todd Bowley came in, sacked Thomas Tuchel, brought in Graham Potter, sacked Graham Potter, brought in Frank Lampard, who isn't doing a better. He's not doing any different to what Graham Potter done. He's probably doing worse than what Graham Potter done. No style of play there with Chelsea whatsoever. Graham Potter had something, but the Glazers just, and I always said, listen, no one could be as bad as the Glazers. And I'm still going to say that. I don't think anyone could be as bad as the Glazers. I don't think anyone could be as bad as the Glazers. I just can't. I just can't sit here and think anyone's worse, anyone's as bad. Because it is interesting. Like, I don't know when this, like, the Qatar bid, as I said, it's not enough. Is it enough? Is it really, like, is it enough? Like, in all seriousness, is the Qatar bid enough? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think the Qatar bid is not enough, and I don't think the Glazers will probably look at it, laugh at it, and then say no. They will. You just know they will, because they're looking at 5 billion, and then they're saying, we said we wanted 6. Why are you giving us 4.5? Why are you trying to give us 5? 5.5? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, on a positive note, Alejandro Garnacho has extended his contract as well. I mean, as I said, Garnacho extended his contract for 5 more years, so 2028. I mean, I'm delighted that Garnacho's here for another 5 more years. What a player. I mean, I just want to talk a bit about that as well. I'll jump back into the ownership news. But yeah, Garnacho, well-deserved contract if you ask me. Now, hold on. Rahil says, Sheikh, Jassim. Yeah. I mean, Rahil, I was just saying there as well, actually. After seeing Jim Ratcliffe's kind of offer or opinion or rumor about him wanting the Glazers to still have a say, 20% of the club, I honest you before I read that, I didn't mind Ratcliffe buying the club, but now after reading, obviously he still wants the Glazers to kind of be part of it, part of his plans. It kind of turns me off of it. Then you look at the Qatari owners, they have their negatives as well. I mean, just a bit of breaking news here from Sky Sports News. Sheikh Jassim is set to make a final take it or leave it offer to buy Manchester United this evening, which will represent a world record bid for a sports team. So basically, is this his last bid? If the Glazers reject, will Sheikh Jassim walk away? If the Glazers reject, will Sheikh Jassim walk away? Rahil, so deal done today? I don't think so. I'd love to say yeah, but I'm not going to slight you. The Glazers can't be associated even 1% at the club. Yeah, I don't want the Glazers having any percentage of the club. But yeah, Sheikh Jassim seems like he's set to make a final take it or leave it offer to buy the club this evening. I mean, will it be later on tonight? If it is, it'd be interesting to see the exact bid. Like if he throws in 6 billion, you just know that, right? You have to accept it. You want the 6 billion, you have to accept it. You cannot sit here and reject it, right? If he puts in 6 billion, if he puts 5.5 billion in, I still think the Glazers will probably tell him, listen, mate, walk away. Rahil with a bit of optimism, right? Or a bit of positivity. I like it. The Glazers will sell. Don't worry. What makes you say that, though, Rahil? What makes you say that? El Tani is the new owner. Yeah, I mean, Rahil, you've kind of made your opinion kind of very made your opinion clear, which I like. I think that's probably. I've asked many people, huge want this the owner, and people are like, I'm not sure. I like when I ask people like yourself, huge want this new owner, and they don't care. They're like Qatar, Sheikh Jassim, Al Thani, whoever it is, like or Ratcliffe. I like people that give me a solid answer, not trying to beat around the bush. They go straight to the point, and that's what I like. That's what I like. Rahil says Glazers are playing hard ball. That's it. You know what? They are. They are indeed. Like they are indeed. I can't sit here and say they're not because they are. Uh, they really, really are. And the problem is about it. They're loving every minute of it. They are. They are loving every minute of it. That's the problem. Um, they're loving every minute of it. You know what I mean? The ball's, playing hard ball. The ball's in Qatar's court or it's in Jim Ratcliffe's court. I mean, to be honest with you, like I said, right, if Sheikh Jassim offers less than 6 billion, let's say 5 billion, let's say 5.5 billion, right? Suppose it's meant to be a world record bid. Yeah, which was represent a world record bid. So they're meant to put in a world record bid, right? So what are we saying? What is a world record bid? What is a world record bid? Like, what is a world record bid here? Is it 6 billion? I don't. Surely they won't overpay. They won't overpay. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, they might give 6.5 billion. They're not going to overpay. No. They're really, really not. But if it's supposedly meant to be a world record bid, well then, how much are we talking? How much are we talking? Are we talking bang on 6 billion down the middle, or are we talking 5.5 billion? Let us know in the comments. All I cared about was money. Whoever promised more money will win. Yeah, but the Glazers are weird. Weird. If the Glazers stay, we should do something. I'm going to tell you this, right, Hull, and you don't have to be a fortune teller to say this to any Manchester United fan. If the Glazers do stay, right, you can expect to, we've had a few big protests in the past. The Liverpool game when they ran onto the pitch being won. You can expect that to be a lot more bigger. Will people boycott the game? Will people not buy merch anymore? Will people not bother buying anything related to Manchester United? Will people bother watching the club pay? Will be the people watching, if they do have an MUTV subscription, will they cancel that? Do you have to do what I think did Monaco do it? They boycotted games. That's probably one reason to get the Glazers gone. Don't give them any money at all. Don't buy merch. Don't go to football matches. And if you do have an MUTV subscription, don't buy it. Get rid of it. Get it gone. Get it gone. Don't mess about. There will be riots if the Glazers stay. Oh, the Glazers stay right here. There's going to be murder. Absolute murder. Expect Old Trafford. Old Trafford. Like, you could imagine the chants. You could imagine outside the stadium. The atmosphere would be, like I said, the Glazers. I think the Glazers have been only one match, been to one match this season. I could be wrong, but I think it was probably Carabao Cup final. Why? Because if we won it, more money, silverware, money. So if Ratcliffe wins, it's worse than the Glazers staying. Well, if he does win, the Glazers will be staying alongside him. Ite Ravek, I think I'm pronouncing her name right. Mate says, when will we know who gets the team? Well, listen, supposing Sheikh Jassim is meant to make a final bid later on this evening, which, I thought we were coming into night time now. But anyways, supposing he's meant to make a late bid. So we could find out tonight. We could know tonight. Rahul says today, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot of things. People are guessing. Like I could sit here and say tomorrow, I guess, next week. But if they put a bid in, when are you gonna know? The problem is the Glazers are slow. You see, the Glazers are slow. We'll probably know who. We'll probably know how much someone's offered, but you won't know when it's gonna be accepted. You just won't. The Glazers, as Rahul said, Glazers are playing hardball. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're smart, and the problem is they're businessmen, and they know exactly what they're doing, and that's why it's so bloody annoying. Get them ugly, you know what, out of the club. But yeah, it is hard to know. But you listen, I'm sure when you see the bid going later, and it's less than 6 billion, you'll know. Yeah, won't be today. Won't be today. Rahul says if Ratcliffe is a real fan, he should walk away. He's not going to walk away. He's just going to keep fighting. Him and like look at the title of the video. Jim Ratcliffe versus Sheikh Jassim. It's like a boxing match. Ratcliffe is just feeding his pockets. He doesn't care about the fans. I mean, a lot of people are kind of getting turned off Ratcliffe. I was never a big fan of him, Ratcliffe. I'm not going to lie to you. I was never really big into Ratcliffe. I was never big into Jim Ratcliffe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was never like. Don't get me wrong. Before, like again, I'm not trying to be like, I want money, 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 money. We have our history all the same. We just want to throw that out there. People think, oh, you just want the money. You just want this. You want to win trophies because of this, right? Manchester United have had their history. We've had our history. Trust me, we have a lot of history. And we don't buy history, by the way. We don't buy our history. We're not like Manchester City. We do not buy history. We do not buy history. Really, really don't. Like, Rahul says the guy has failed at Lily. Why will he succeed now? That's it. Marky Mark says the H. Okay. How's things, anyways? Like KKR United fan because of your logo. Qatar can never fail in the long term. Yeah, again, that's probably going to be another tough one, isn't it? That's probably going to be another tough one. Ah, there we go. Marky Mark. Do you know what? That's the comment of the night, isn't it? I'm not. Don't even bother banning this guy because you're not just fan. I wasn't planning on doing it anyways. But seriously, that's right. They'll probably charge you, mate. They'll probably charge you. Anything for a bit of moolah. That's all I'm gonna say, mate. They'll probably charge you. That's it. Commented tonight. That's it. Might as well end the show. Money messing. There's been a few decent comments tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you. Marky Mark. I love the name, by the way, Marky Mark. Qatari all the way. Listen, I just want to ask another question, actually, right? I really want to ask another question. Like, has anyone here wanted Ratcliffe? Before you seen the other day that he wants to have the Glazers own, like, some part of the club, 20%. Before all that, has anyone still wanted Ratcliffe, or from day one when you heard about this guy, where people like not interested in him? Like, I just want to ask honestly, if you change your opinion, change your opinion. I said that a while ago. I don't mind who comes in, but I think Qatar will probably benefit us more because we've had a history. We don't buy history. Who buys history? Oh, sorry, Man City do. I mean, don't come wrong. If PSG and Man City can do it, why can't we? People wanted Ratcliffe because there was no other option. Yeah, that's what I said as well. I think it was on Wednesday for the preview. I said, a while ago it was just Ratcliffe. I'm trying with that guy Michael or Mike Knight, and whoever. It was just him, and people were like, this guy looks promising. And then Ratcliffe came in, and we were like, get that guy away. Don't have anything to do with him. I don't want Mike Knight. I think he's meant to get a consortium. He was never going to buy the club, but people were getting hyped up. So then we were like, I want Ratcliffe. Then Qatar came in, and we were like, I want Qatar. We want Qatar. So it wasn't just it wasn't, people people did change their minds because there's always better options that come up. There's always better options that come up, and there's a really good of them. I mean, remember we had Amazon, Apple. They were two big people that wanted to buy the club. I mean, Rahul said it there. When Qatar came, we want Qatar. If Apple comes, I want Apple. Exactly. I mean, people were saying we'll have Ten Hag on the sidelines with an Apple iPad. The name of Old Trafford would be I Trafford, not Old Trafford. Then you'd bloody all fans would, need to, there'd be an Apple logo on the new jerseys or something like that. The players get to eat apples at half time. I don't know. I'm just trying to lighten up the situation, but it was all bant. Obviously, no one was hardly going to call it Old Trafford, but you could expect Ten Hag, instead of having a smelly piece of paper, to actually have a solid iPad. I'd take it. I wouldn't mind Apple coming in, but it was never going to happen. They're not going to come back in. It's a fight between Old Trafford, Premier League. Yes, I love it. Don't fall for the Glazers. They want to keep the club in debt. They do, definitely. That's what I'm saying. They want $6 billion for a club that they're literally running into the ground. Look at how the club's been ran. Like, Jesus Christ. American owners are rubbish. Look at the Glazers and Todd Bowley. Stay away. If anyone, Liverpool, you are arseholes, right? I think he's already. Anyways, whoever wants their owner's gone, and an American owner comes up, don't bother bringing them in. Don't bother, because they're useless. Free iPad to every fan. Yes. We'll be all getting a new iPad. Next, are we going to Old Trafford? Go next week. Love Old Trafford though. What a stadium. It's there in the summer. Beautiful. It's beautiful until you know like who's running this club. Blazers want to stay because we are good cash cows to them. Exactly. They love Dividends Day. They hate Deadline Day. They love Dividends Day. They hate the word Deadline Day. But once Dividends Day comes, oh yeah, let's take our millions and go off and buy shite. Maybe Altani will give us free boots. He has the money. I'll take it. Free boots, free kit. Happy days, but I think we're all getting a bit too carried away now, aren't we? But in all seriousness, Mark wants guitar, Rahul wants guitar, I don't mind. I don't want Ratcliffe if the Glazers are still going to have a say. So I am probably leaning towards guitar now, I probably am. I really probably am. And some people will probably say, oh yeah, so you just want your money. Jesus Christ, Garnacho's brother's the image of him. Sorry, I just said you're going to Garnacho there. Can't believe he extended his contract. Well, it's not that I can't believe, but well deserved. Marky says we're in this show since 2005 and they're still refusing to go. Yeah. I mean, I want to ask another question. If the Glazers decide to stay, how do you think Ten Hag will react? In all seriousness, if the Glazers decide to stay, how do you think Ten Hag will react? Like, do you reckon he'd be like, I'm just smacking my head against the wall? Do you reckon he'd be like, this club's probably never going to be back to the top once the Glazers are around? Give Jones a new contract. Glazers probably will. Jeez. I actually forget he still plays for us. I'm not even lying. No word of a lie. Sometimes I forget Phil Jones plays for us. Phil Jones. Get Phil Jones. Ten Hag will react badly. He will demand investment either way. Yeah, but how's he going to get with the Glazers though? I'm sorry, but how's he going to get it from the Glazers? You're not going to get anything. You're not going to get investment from the Glazers. I'm sorry, you're just not. You're not though. Like I hate to say it, but you're not going to get investment from the Glazers. You're only going to get so much. You know, the Glazers could spend 200 million in the summer transfer window and then be like, right, come back to me in 3 or 4 years. Ten Hag won't walk away. I don't know. I don't think he'll walk away. I don't think he'll walk away. I don't think he'd be the kind of guy, but he probably would be pissed. Like the rest of us, he'd probably be pissed off like every single other Manchester United fan or anyone that has something to do with the club or related to do with the club, whatever. He'd be pissed off. He'd probably be have a cool head, but then inside he'd be like, fuck off. Even if Ten Hag gets someone he wants to, he will. He will. And I back Ten Hag. I really, really do. I mean, I don't think we can get anyone better now. If you just say Ten Hag walk away, who are you going to bring in? I would walk without investments. Yeah, the thing is, that's what other people would say, but Ten Hag just, he probably would, it wouldn't be, like, you wouldn't be looking at getting your De Jong or your Bellingham or your Kane or your Osimhen or your whoever else you have in there that you'd love us to get. Obviously, you're never going to get those players in one summer unless your name is Manchester City. Managers should be back more, says Rahel. Oh, definitely, they really, really should. They really, really should. I mean, and again, other managers, other clubs, other owners, they back their managers like it's absolutely nothing. We don't back our manager. We will sign mid-table players with the Glazers. Yeah, definitely. It is a bit pissed, but I mean, with Qatar, we can't rule out Mbappe. Imagine Mbappe against Haaland in the Manchester derby. Actually, I was meant to do a keep sell boys show tonight on loan as well. I'll just show that in there, but I actually totally forgot about this deadline tonight, so I might do it on. When are we playing next? We're not playing till Thursday, so I might do it next Friday or Tuesday because we have Premier League roundup on Monday. So I will get that done next week, though. I really, really will. Also, if Lily finish above us, we are out of UEFA Champions League. Oh, that's if Ratcliffe comes in? Yeah, fuck that. Can't be dealing. I can't be dealing. But you probably won't finish above us, but still, you can't be having that. You just cannot be having that kind of stuff at the club. I think people are more just looking at, right, just bring in Qatar now. I'll settle for Qatar. I'll settle for Qatar as well. I actually would. I would actually. Like, no word of a lie. I would settle for Qatar. Ratcliffe will sell Lily if he gets us. Yeah, I don't think I'll be a big fan of Sir Jim at the moment. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like one of those, money. That's just. Yeah, that was me. I was just trying to see look at the poll. I mean, you can put it up there. People saying you want Sheikh Jassim. So I can see why I can. And actually, if anyone is new to the channel, it'd be much appreciated if you can. Please give the stream a like and hit that big red subscribe button as well. Be much appreciated. Really, really would be much appreciated. Sir Alex involved. I'd love if he was, but I don't think he is. Supposedly he was though. Supposedly he was, but I don't think so. I mean, if you ask Sir Alex, if he is involved, if Sir Alex is involved, he'd probably just say to Avram Glazer and Joel Glazer, listen lads, just accept it. Sure, you might as well fuck off. Do you know? So it's the best you're gonna get. Just kind of try and make them feel good. Get the pundits to push for Qatar. The pundits for me aren't going to push for Qatar because they be looking at the human rights they have and all that and the money. They be like, people are fond to forget that City will, people seem to forget that City are run by rich owners as well. So, but for some reason we can't do it. So it's English, but as Rahul said there, the English boys, exactly, they're going to be like, no, bring in Ratcliffe, bring in Ratcliffe. So Sir Alex will push for Ratcliffe, I feel. I don't think Fergie has anything to really do with this. Like, I don't like, not that I'm trying to say, that kind of cross in a cocky way, but I think Fergie would rather kind of sit back because, I don't think Fergie would be a big fan. I mean, I know when he retired, he demanded bringing David Moyes, but I don't think Fergie is involved that much. I don't think he's involved that much. I mean, Fergie could surprise you. Fergie could surprise you. Fergie's a board member. I know he is, but it's gonna be interesting to see. Like, it's just a thing between the owners. I mean, as I said, listen, Fergie probably is involved, but he's probably not saying a lot. He's probably like the rest of us. Qatar will win. Etc. It's gonna be interesting to see who wins. It's like a boxing match. You don't know who's gonna win. It's hard to predict it. City got oil money, so what about human rights violations? We need Qatar money ASAP. That's the thing is, as I said, human rights. It is a negative, but that's just what the media will be saying. They'd be thinking of, oh yeah, but human rights and blah 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 blah. We have our history. That's all I'm gonna say. We have our history. We really, really have our history, and I don't think we ever bought history. I mean, if it's the way to go, you're probably gonna have to do it, aren't you? So, you can also seriousness, if it's the way to go, you probably realistically are going to have to do it. Rahul says, if you say no to oil, trip City off their owners. Hold on, I was trying to... But yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking there. If like Ratcliffe, Qatar, is this their, seriousness, is this their take it or leave it offer, or is it just mind games? What happened to City's FFP case? Yeah, I mean, as Rahul said there, City would probably win it. They probably will win it. So, but listen, I really hope that this is the last bit of bids. I hope we don't go into a fourth round of bids, fifth round of bids. To be honest, I'm actually really pissed off about Jim Ratcliffe. I thought he'd be better than that. I thought he'd want to have 100% control of the club, not having anyone else involved. But that seems to be what he wants. Which is a bit annoying, but it's what he wants. Nothing I can do. All I can say is I don't want anyone to buy this club and still have the Glazers involved. So for me, Glazers out, Qatar in. I'm gonna say it. I am gonna say it. I'll probably change my mind next week. I don't think I will. It doesn't matter how many rounds as long as we get Qatar. Yeah, but I'm thinking of a summer transfer window. I mean, you're talking tight measures if we get owners and they're in before the summer. before June, before the US tour, which we found out today we're playing Arsenal. So 3 teams, Wrexham, Dortmund and Arsenal. Hopefully we can win the 3 of them, and hopefully we have 2 or 3 new signers at the time who are there. But I just don't really want Ratcliffe to buy the club if the Glazers are going to have a say, and I don't want there to be 4th bids, 5th, 5 bids, because the Glazers are pulling the strings. They know what they're doing. They're not stupid. They're businessmen. They're going to try and stay as owners as long as they can, because the problem is they know if we're still owners come June, sure, look at it. No one's going to be interested in buying us probably during the summer, so then we'll have 3 months and then back to action then as soon as the summer's over. So it is annoying, but the Glazers know what they're doing. And the problem is, you just know if Qatar do walk away, which I don't think they will, then Ratcliffe's the only man standing. But then Ratcliffe's going to be the new owner, and he's going to have the Glazers in owning 20% of the club, which I'm not really happy with. And a lot of fans at the moment will seem to be pissed off if Ratcliffe takes over. I'll be a bit like, fuck off. Glazers can stay, said Rahul. It's a possibility. It is, but hopefully they don't. The thing is, if they do, they've had to just start another war. They've had to just start another war if they do. They have. If the Glazers stay, they've had to start another war. There you go, World War 4. World War 5. We're going into it. 3 bids, World War 3. Let's go for it. 3 bids. Can't be dealing with it. Rahul says, fans were shouting Glazers out even when we were leading our Spurs. Yeah, they were. You see, that's the problem, you see, because fans were saying, oh, you only want Glazers out when you don't do well or when you lose a game or you play shit. Even when we're winning, we want Glazers out. We beat Man City at Old Trafford. Glazers out. We won a lot of big games so far this season. Glazers out. Even at Wembley, I think we were singing Glazers out. So, nothing's changed. We still want the Glazers gone. We wanted them gone for a lot. We want them gone for a while, but we're just looking at this being the opportunity. We're just looking at this being the big boy opportunity. I mean, so we have 8 votes. I'm going to end it here because I'm going to end the stream now in a minute. And no, it's not showing me. Fuck's sake. Right. So 8 people, 100%. A lot of people. 8 votes, not a lot, but 8 votes, and 8 people have said they want Sheikh Jassim. So according to the United Way fan base, Sheikh Jassim is the favourite. Is the fan favourite? We'll win the treble and still say Glazers. Exactly. We could do loads of things. Loads. We could break records. We could be back to the top. The Glazers just say they're still owners. You'd still get the green and gold. Glazers out. No one's going to change. No one's going to change until the Glazers leave. And I don't think we're going to be back competing at the top if the Glazers are still around. Don't get me wrong, we've shown this season in part in glimpses that we can compete, but then you get 1 or 2 big injuries. That's why we need squad depth. That's why Ten Hag needs the backing. No, we don't get the backing because it's the Glazers, it's Ten Hag. It's Ten Hag. I mean, I really back Ten Hag, and a lot of Manchester United fans do. I mean, I was seeing the other day some United fans saying, "Oh, get Ten Hag out. He's brutal. He doesn't know what he's doing. Subs are shit. This and that." Ten Hag can make bad decisions, but you can't go mad. You can't go mad at someone that barely has control. A Ferrari needs fuel. Yeah, I'm just reading here. Supposing final bids are meant to be in by 10 p.m. tonight. I'm not going to promise you will be live at 10 p.m. tonight if anything happens, because now me, I'll probably be asleep or in the middle of playing FIFA or whatever. But no, I will be. Check out the United Way Instagram as well. We're always live on that. On that, anyways. If you say Ten Hag out, you might as well end the club. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if people want Ten Hag out. I think that's just arseholes. I don't want Ten Hag out. If Ten Hag, that's what I'm saying. If Ten Hag goes or does get sacked, which I don't think he will. I just can't see that man getting sacked. He's done such a good job since he's arrived. He shows that he's promising. Everything's going well in parts. Injuries have kind of hit us in the face, but he is doing fairly well. Hopefully next season is a better one, and hopefully we have new owners come the summer and he gets the signings he wants in the summer and that. But who can replace Ten Hag? And that's a conversation I don't want to have. But who would replace Ten Hag? I have one answer for you. Nobody. We got to win the FA Cup. Do you know what? Every time someone mentions the FA Cup, I get butterflies because I'm looking forward to that final. Yeah, our form's a bit meh at the moment, but City, United, we beat City, we stopped them win the treble, and Pep via Ten Hag at Wembley, neutral, Pep. Seems like he likes to overthink a lot of things. I'm going to be nervous come the 3rd of June, but I'm backing the lads. Probably sound stupid now, but I'm backing the lads. City will probably destroy us, though. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. We said that when we played Liverpool at Old Trafford. Just make sure I threw that Old Trafford in there. That we thought they'd bait us around, and look what happened. You never know. I believe. It's not going to be easy, though. It's not going to be easy, but we have to be up for this game from minute 1 to minute 90. Really, really do. I'm looking forward to it. It's like over a month away, but even if we have a round back for that final, a bit more solid at the back. But listen, that's been a bit of a deadline day show. Fingers crossed this is the last deadline day bid show we have. Hopefully there's no more 4th round of bids, 5th round of bids. Hopefully the 3rd round is the last round. 3rd time lucky. Rahul saying Arsenal's out. Yeah, to be honest with you, we can't really slag down because we bottled 2 goal leads. Two goal leads, but hopefully we don't bottle top 4. I don't think we will. We're going to make top 4 and we're going to win the FA Cup. I think. Listen, thanks everybody for joining as well. Much appreciated. There was a few decent opinions, a few decent comments, a few decent conversations. We talked about everything. Tomorrow we have the Manchester United versus Aston Villa preview. Big game on Sunday. I don't think there'll be a watch long on Sunday. I don't think so. Hopefully there will. I might try and get one of the lads to do it, but not looking promising, but you never know. But listen, hope everyone enjoys their weekend. Fingers crossed there's a newsletter out on tonight. Please follow our socials. Link in the description. A few on the handles there as well. If you want to DM us on anything, please do. We want to, I have a few decent plans. I have a few plans for the channel that I'd like to do behind the scenes and all that. So listen, thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and please like, comment, and subscribe button. Speak to you all in a bit. #Glazers out. Let's do this. Get them out. Speak to you all in a bit, Reds. Have a good one. Let's go.